Yeah, some pairings, we noticed can like really just intensify the spice of the bourbon. Now, this being
And
a
it's almost
wheater,
too much.
maybe that might be part of it, but this doesn't intensify that spice at all. It just, just so well-rounded.
The Fred Minnick Show is brought to you by Michter's and 291 Colorado Whiskey.
And welcome to my channel. We've got a really awesome collaboration going on here, something that's been in the works for like 15 million years. My good friends Chad and Sara from It's Bourbon Night. How are you all doing?
Hey,
Doing good.
Hey guys, how are you?
And
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. And I brought, Jaclyn. She's a reoccurring guest on my channel. So it's we've been talking about doing this date night for I don't know, like 2 years now.
Something like that.
I mean,
I feel like
it's
When did you start your channel?
Yeah.
since
Actually,
before then.
about the moment I started my channel was really about a year and a half ago, something like that. But
There you go.
Wow.
but
Time flies.
Crazy.
it flies, and then I really only started focusing on it until last year. So in the last 6 months of the year anyway. But it's just so great to connect. I really have loved what you all have brought to bourbon. And you all are the chemistry is so great, and it was a great day when you all got married and you were at Bourbon and Beyond, and we got to celebrate that a little bit in the audience, and it's just great to be doing this now. So, how you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah, doing good. And you're right. The day after we got married on a Saturday.
What a fun day.
Sunday we were at Bourbon and Beyond.
It feels like we'll never be back there again, but I really can't wait.
I know. Really looking forward to it.
Does feel that
And first of all, thank you. Those kind words that you said just makes our heads just kind of, I'm almost floating away over here because you were like you are the authority as everyone has come to know you in whiskey, especially bourbon in general, and vodka, which you really enjoy. So thanks.
taking a drink there. Smart.
Almost got a spit take.
But yeah,
super excited to be hanging out.
It really is, and I do wish it was in person because that would be awesome. But these virtual things are just as fun if you do them right. And we got a pretty cool idea here. The first half will be on our channel, and then the second half will be on your channel. So it's a fun way for us to kind of collaborate and spread the love on the day of love.
Right.
Yes. Isn't that what this is about?
Oh, it's
all about it.
It's the day of love, not invented by greeting card companies at all.
Definitely, Whitman's gets nothing from this day.
No,
not non-official sponsor.
This was not a media give. This was, we bought this
At Kroger.
We bought this.
Which is also not sponsoring.
Also
this.
not sponsored.
Right.
Not sponsored. Not sponsored. It was buy one get one free. If we had been smart, or maybe if we lived in the same town, one of us just would have bought one and given the other one to the other person. But no, I think between the two of us, right, we have 4 of these.
Right. Yeah.
But also that would have
Perfect.
required a lot of planning, Chad. And as you have learned to realize, planning with me is kind of like stabbing your eyes with a toothpick over and over. So.
Wait, what?
I can't weigh in on that because we haven't planned together. So everything seems great to me.
She's the planner, and I'm thinking maybe Jaclyn's the planner too.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is
sounds
how we're about to leave for vacation. This is how I start planning. Okay, when does the plane leave? Cool. What are we doing? All right. Can we do this? Right. And that doesn't start until the day of, actually.
Right. Tomorrow we'll be asking questions.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, are we going to go? What are we doing? Can we go to the pool? That's the one thing I can't wait. I can't hang out at the pool. Jaclyn takes the kids. I got the pool to myself for the whole day. And it's going to be great.
Maybe you need to cut back a little.
Come back a little bit.
I'm very jealous of your pool situation.
But But so we are going to be pairing chocolate. So we are our side is going to do the caramel and orange cream. I had to actually look at these again to make sure I have it right. I still think it comes like this, right? You have the thing,
The little map.
at the side, the little map. I think I got it mixed up, but we'll see.
No, they make it in shapes too, so you don't get confused.
Oh
Yeah.
I went. I went to Oklahoma State, so we actually had someone graduate college that didn't know how to read, so that's always my excuse. But anyway, before we do that, I did want to talk to you all about kind of how you all met and how you decided to start a whiskey channel, and really have kind of in my opinion, what you all have done is that you have helped make bourbon a couples thing. And I've studied media and how whiskey's been covered throughout throughout my career, and no one's really ever been able to do that, to make it an event for a couple. And y'all's channel, in my opinion, kind of really changed the game with how people consume bourbon information, because people were sitting down as a couple to watch you all. And Jaclyn does that too. She'll be like, I'll be watching you all in a live stream, and she'll be walking back and forth, with the kids or something. And so she's watched you all as well with me. So it's really exciting to see what you all have developed. And I just want to start from the very beginning. How did you all meet?
Well, I love to hear that, first of all. It's so funny because it really didn't start that way.
No.
We started as just friends who actually met through video production and media work. And after working on that for a little while, realized that we had a lot in common. And so, I don't know, Chad asked me out and I said yes. And then I was like, you know what? I like you as a friend. So I friend zoned him for a few years.
Got in the friend zone.
Yeah. I was like, you're really great as a friend. Oh, yes.
She never actually used those words, thankfully.
No, I didn't. But then we started working on the channel together because, he was gracious enough to go along with that, and decided to still hang out with me. So we just started drinking bourbon because we decided that was another thing that we had in common. And a few, flight fights after we just started hanging out and doing them, we were like, wait, I'm in marketing and you're in video production and we both like bourbon. Why aren't we doing something with this?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how it started. And it wasn't until about a year and a half into it that we, bourbon changes things. So no, but we spent a lot of time together.
What she's saying is she got drunk enough?
No. Well,
you had a proper amount of bourbon? That's what I'm hearing.
No, I was very young when we met. So I think it took me a while to realize that Chad's a pretty good dude. You don't come across those every day.
There you go.
So you all fell in love while making the channel?
That's correct.
Wow.
Yep. So, if it wasn't for bourbon, we wouldn't be together, or video production, I guess.
How about that?
It makes sense that we're putting it to use for everyone else to enjoy.
That's incredible. So, Chad, how did you pop the question?
Ooh, well, so we, as Sara said, this video production job that we met at, she was working in the marketing department at a bourbon-centric restaurant here in Lexington called OBC Kitchen.
Oh yeah.
And the production company I was working for went there before they launched to film some cocktails being made and that type of stuff that still to this day plays up on their two screens that they have. Well, I guess they have more because they've expanded, but anyways. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. So after I decided and we kind of talked about, the old marriage, tying the knot thing, I asked her to go to dinner with me at OBC, place that we met.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really kind of just a reason to get her out of the house so I could get a couple of my friends over, and I was kind of texting them unbeknownst to her, like progress reports. They came over and set up a projector underneath our deck, hung a white sheet with black sheets surrounding it, had a projector behind it.
Basically like its own little theater enclosure.
I hung string lights above it and all that, and then texted them when we were 5 minutes away so they could get out of there. And when we got back, I forget the flimsy excuse.
Oh, it was a terrible excuse. You were like, wait, I did something under the deck the other day. I want to show you. And I was like, we're all dressed up. Why are we going under the deck? So we went out there and he'd made a video, like the first part of the video.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
There's more. When I went inside, because the devil's in the details, right? This is really slick. I picked up a remote to the projector, hid it in my pocket. We step outside, and then I hit play, and then the video starts.
Mm-hmm.
Super high quality production here.
Very, very slick. But yeah, the first half of it was like photo montages of us, and then the second half of it was like all the outtakes from us filming over the years. You know, like when the camera's rolling still at the end, but we're done with the episode, and like I'd lean over and I don't know, we'd do coupley things that no one wants to see, so it gets cut from the episode, but he saved them all and put them all together, and it was really sweet. And then he asked and I said yes. And to be fair, this was totally unexpected. Like I feel like normally someone would have seen the whole restaurant thing coming. But I was starting a new job the next day. Mm-hmm. So he said, like, we're going out to dinner to celebrate your new job. So I had no idea. So on my first day at my new job, I got to be like, hello, nice to meet you. I just got engaged yesterday.
Wow.
Boom.
And that's that.
Nailed it.
So, Chad, how much of you wanted to ask her on a live stream?
Say what now?
Did you ever consider asking her to marry you on a live stream? Since
Oh, I see. Oh, God, no. No, I don't. Much like probably a lot of people, I don't like being.
I feel like that's equivalent to like being on the big screen at a baseball game or something.
Yeah, red in the face in front of public.
Oh yeah.
I usually try to avoid those situations.
I feel like that would be both of our worst nightmares. Like just as who we are as people. We would both be like,
I mean, it would have probably gotten really good ratings. Lots of good views. So that would have been a plus.
Yeah, we had to let the views go for that
so
one.
I was just kind of weighing the positives. But no, I mean, I guess, like you said, we try to, if you watch enough episodes, you can kind of get that we're married, but we still get asked that question from time to time in the comments. Are you all married or what?
We also get the question sometimes, are you guys related or are you married? I'm like, ew, no, get out.
Yeah.
What is
I guess we don't make it that obvious.
What is the strangest question you've been asked in on YouTube?
I mean,
if you have an OnlyFans?
Oh yeah, that wasn't on YouTube.
Okay,
but yes, that was.
Oh, they directly messaged you to ask you.
Yes,
that.
That's right. No, other than that's been asked of both of us was are you guys brother and sister? And I was like, that's not cute.
Yeah, they actually said, the guy said, I have a bet going with my wife. One of us thinks you're, I can't remember if they said together or married, and the other one of us thinks that you're brother and sister.
Which afterwards they were like, sorry, we didn't mean it that. And I was like, it's fine. It's just like,
yeah, that's weird.
No one would, I think, confuse us for being related.
No.
Pretty sure.
No, I mean, I look like my dad, and that's about it. My brother and I don't even look alike.
Yeah, I don't think we look alike at all. So.
No, I don't.
I mean,
we're both
get that comparison.
Pale.
Yeah, we're both pale. That's about it.
That's probably it.
Yeah. Well, so you all kind of just like the channel is you all. Do you ever like find yourself like thinking, I want to, do you have a life outside of the channel, I guess is where I'm going. What's your life outside of the channel?
No, we don't.
No, that's not true. I mean, well, okay, this past year that hasn't really been true because there hasn't been much of a life to have outside
Right.
of the channel. Which is like, I guess another reason why we're super thankful for it, because we've still felt connected to so many people through the past year just in what we do. But I mean, I still maintain a social life, an active lifestyle. I don't know.
We get on Zoom calls and, things like this.
But I'm trying to think, like, what other when people are like, what other hobbies do you have? I'm like, what other hobbies do I have?
What other hobbies are there even in the world?
I love to cook.
Yeah, she loves to cook and she's really good at it. And then she's really gotten me interested in improving the home, since she moved in, turning a, bachelor pad house into a married couple home. And I'm into it.
A labor of love.
I'm into it. Like, let's go to Lowe's or Home Depot. I don't know if we'll have time, and pick out paint samples and what's wainscoting. Wainscoting. I don't
stop.
Shiplap. What?
No. Cut back, buddy.
Oh no. We have to wait until the children are teenagers.
She's gonna start making me do stuff here.
No, look. There's no point.
Coming out of this, like, see. Dad can fix a fence. Why can't you?
It's
no. I've been like, I've been like scrolling through design.
How long's the garage door been broken?
A month.
A month. So what's another month, right? That's how I look at it.
Yeah. It's
month.
cold out.
Yeah. I've been watching too many design TikTok videos. I'm getting ideas of like, Chad could just do this though if he tried. He could totally do it. He's smart.
He may have to buy some equipment, and then at that point, it's like,
just have someone do it for you. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's funny because you
can drop a buck quick at Lowe's. You can.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Many a bucks have been dropped.
Yeah. Now I was just gonna say it's funny because we've actually been compared to the Chip and Joanna Gaines of Bourbon.
I just think maybe there aren't enough couples there are a lot of couples in media, but I guess that's the one that comes to mind. And so in any other way, we're not like them at all.
Right. No, not at all.
Yeah.
No empire here.
No, not yet.
There was Frank and Kathy Gifford, but they didn't really do anything together.
Oh yeah.
That's the only.
Yeah.
Sure.
But so we have some whiskey here to taste and to do a pairing. And when it comes to pairings, like I'm a big believer of like whatever you're tasting, the whiskey should really amplify, and like you kind of have like it's like a cohesion of flavors on the palate, and one thing should not dominate the other. And we're gonna start with the orange cream. This will be an orange cream and a Maker's Mark cask strength.
All right, I'll get that poured.
God,
yeah, I am looking forward to this. Like, normally I would not pick up a box of Whitman's chocolates, but every year since I was little, my mom has always gotten like the mini box of those for me for Valentine's Day, so I didn't feel left out, which is really sweet of her. She's a gem. But now on Valentine's Day, it's like I strangely want Whitman's, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well,
but I think it works for this. It gives us some variety.
And I gave the chocolate buying power to the picking of the chocolates to Chad, because I knew if it was coming down to me, I actually wanted to do Hershey's bar, and Jaclyn rejected that, because she's like, you don't get a Hershey's bar for someone for Valentine. So see, this is what it's all about.
Well, something that's elitist, but it's also you generally don't you get a Hershey bar when you're in the checkout line or whatever. It's not usually a Valentine's Day.
Okay, so there's your orange cream.
Are we splitting it?
Oh, there's another one.
There's another. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a double layer thing.
This is my first box of Whitman's ever.
Is it really?
It is.
Oh, what? No way. Well, I think the great thing about this is that it's pretty widely available, to my understanding, and you get the variety. So, like, if someone wants to pick a box of these up to do this with us, they could continue on the pairing with everything else, with whatever they have in their collection.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
so I think that's cool.
This one's a Valentine's Day edition too.
Yes.
So hey.
The reason why I chose this one is that I have. Go ahead and start, Jaclyn. That's cool. That's cool. Is that I have always gotten a big orange note in the cask drink. So the maker's cask drink, when you have a little bit of orange on orange action, it typically is a good pairing. All right.
We can just...
Normally, I'm not a huge fan of like orange flavored chocolate, but that isn't bad.
That is, I like this pairing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when we used to go to Corbett's?
Mm.
They would chocolates.
That's really good.
That was great because even if you didn't get dessert, they always brought you just a few little chocolate treats, and then you'd want a bourbon. So
we're talking about our restaurant that closed.
Oh no!
No, it closed.
So sad.
Closed a few years ago, but
probably good for our overall bank balance.
Yeah, we were spending way too much money.
Yeah, but it was the place.
And this hits the spot.
Yeah, this is delicious.
Yeah.
I don't usually like fruit and chocolate, but fruit and dark chocolate works. But like with milk, I usually don't like it.
Mm.
It's definitely like you said, Fred. I mean, it really just complements and they work together instead of one overpowering the other.
Yeah, some pairings, we noticed can like really just intensify the spice of the bourbon. Now, this being
and it's
a wheater,
almost too much.
Maybe that might be part of it, but this doesn't intensify that spice at all. It just, just so well-rounded, the flavors together. Nice. Now, how do you feel, Fred, about orange
curacao?
Curacao, thank you.
I think that's how you say
finished whiskeys.
Well, I know it's kind of controversial, but I really liked the Parker's Heritage one from a couple years ago. I think it was 2-3 years ago. I really liked it. I felt like it hit a home run, but most people didn't like it. I, in general, like the finishing. I just hate that the word bourbon is still on the label as kind of like the main play. I think it should be whiskey, finished. It should be a whiskey, and then on the back label it should say bourbon finished in, X cask. But the thing of my whole passion is bourbon, and like if we continue to sully what the word bourbon means, then we're eventually going to lose that geographical designation, and then China will be making bourbon, and they'll say, well, you don't protect bourbon in your own territory. Why should we care about what you think bourbon is? So I think right now that there's a slippery slope happening with those finishes, and it's not on the quality specter because those are great. It's all about
Oh, we also have to thank you for your mention of Foregate Batch 6 because I heard you talk about it on an episode and I was like, we don't own a Foregate. We need to get this one based on what you said. And we got it. And it was our number 2 pick of last year. It was so delicious.
Oh,
yeah.
Good. It's so good.
So good.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I hear what you're saying because if one of the rules is no added flavor, well, they're kind of doing that. So I mean, we've had this discussion before,
and and I'm glad to see the purists really do stand up, but and they talk, and Sara, you're in marketing. It's always marketers who push the.
It's always the marketing team.
Always the marketing team.
Yeah, I'm sure the master distiller is like, well, maybe you shouldn't, but yeah, the marketing team's gonna win.
And my thing about that is when distilleries pass off their masterpiece, the coup de grace, as something that's finished, but you're a bourbon distillery. Your best thing ever should be a bourbon. I know that
does rub you the wrong way.
It does. I know it's popular, and I know you can get more money out of the customer when you introduce another barrel and this and that, but just say your best is what you make.
I mean, I guess it's
best,
if you're a steakhouse,
bourbon.
But you're famous for your pasta,
for your A1
or something.
sauce.
It's wait, what?
Yeah, we're famous for our A1 covered steak. No, what?
we don't talk about A1 in this house.
Yeah. Do we have a bottle?
It's okay.
No,
we don't even have Worcestershire sauce. I mean,
Yeah.
we probably wouldn't even have ketchup if it wasn't for children.
Yeah,
So.
children.
Ooh.
Ketchup is like I don't know what it is about ketchup, but it makes kids eat. Like they'll eat it. Like
Doesn't matter what it is, just put
And
ketchup.
I am still a
What
child.
do you put on your French fries? Come on.
I
French
do like
fries
some
are
ketchup.
Yeah, that's
for
fine.
the-
But I mean, broccoli. All right.
Yeah,
Get it
I
down.
mean, and
I-
Julian, on the other hand, he likes
What cheese is for?
he likes salsa. So like, if you can give
Oh.
him a gallon of salsa, he'll drink it. So
Yes. An elevated ketchup.
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, fancy ketchup.
So
Well, that was delicious.
it was a really good pairing, and
What a treat.
now as we pour the old Fitzgerald, the 16-year-old, to pair with the caramel. This is a caramel forward wheated bourbon. I did want to talk to you all too professionally. Now, Chad, you are YouTubing full time now, right? Or do you work somewhere else?
This may be a Fred Minnick exclusive here.
I don't think Chad's ever said it out
I
loud.
don't think I've ever officially said it. And I guess technically, yes, I am full-time YouTube here on the channel with the caveat. It's sort of like a finished bourbon. It's bourbon, caveat, finished in XYZ. I'm full-time YouTuber, caveat, I still do some freelance video work here and there. So but the lion's share of it is YouTube, yeah.
Yep. That's like
That's awesome.
the main portion.
YouTube and whiskeyambitions.com. Plug.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Shameless plug.
I mean, if you can build it, do it, and you have the skills. You have the skills.
We have the technology.
And Sarah,
Oh,
can
thank
you talk about where you work? Because I mean, if you got like that, if they got this whole thing, like, listen, we don't want people knowing that one of our lead marketers is basically drinking bourbon all the time.
They seem to be really cool with it, and no one's ever had a problem with it that I've heard of. But yeah, I work for Temper Sealy. I have said that on our channel before, which is great. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and market to you and everyone else, but it is the best night's sleep I've ever gotten.
I mean,
I didn't have one before.
We are poster children for the Tempur-Pedic, the joys of the Tempur-Pedic. I mean,
so
we bought the bed we have now in 2007 or 6, and we will still periodically look at each other and go, this is the best thing we ever spent our money on. It's
Yeah.
Now, the marketer in Sara right now is going, well, you should really replace your bed every 8 years.
No.
Or whatever.
If it's still working for them,
they said
can
it's
last
good
up
for
to 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 20. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but as soon as it hits 20, better see you in a showroom.
We did have a cat that ate through the mechanical wires, so it hasn't been like.
But we fixed it with electrical tape.
We did fix it, but we just. That's
So you have an adjustable base.
Yeah.
Oh,
we have
yeah.
another one. We got.
Isn't that life? Oh, I'm so spoiled. And I'm just like fortunate enough. They give us really good discounts to be able to get them for ourselves. And honestly, now that I have one, I don't think I could ever go back. It's like, I love sleep. I'm like, I always tell people there are two things I love in this world the most, and it's bourbon and sleep. And I get to do both. So
it's like related.
We
I notice that
Yeah.
we don't come up in those conversations when it's like, the things we love.
Oh,
you know.
I said things. He's a human. So no, but it's funny that you said that though about them caring, because I've been on so many video and photo shoots where they're like, Sarah, can you just be in the shot? And then they'll like joke internally about if someone will see a Tempur-Pedic ad and recognize me as the bourbon girl from YouTube
And
first, or if it'll be the other way around. And they definitely have like someone's left a comment on a social media video, be like, is this the girl that drinks bourbon?
So did I just see Sara in a Tempur-Pedic ad before this video?
You did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as someone who has an agent and a manager and all this, are they compensating you for your appearance in this commercial to push sales beyond like your marketing side?
I get a annual salary, and I get great discounts on products.
Huh.
And I have gotten some free products from photo shoots. So I would say I've been compensated in free gifts from said photo shoots.
We might have to interject here.
Which I find acceptable.
agent-
Fred's going to call his legal team.
The entertainment side on me here is like, all right, man, they're taking advantage of your audience here. You need to get compensated. But no, and we also bought a Tempur-Pedic for our. I don't know why, but we spent, what did we spend? $3,000 on this.
It was,
our kid is 7 now.
That child has us wrapped around his finger with this stuff. He went in the store. He's bouncing on every single bed. Bad parenting on our part. But he just gets on this bed and he's like, this is the greatest bed. And he just plays it with his drama. And we're like, well, I mean, sleep. You spend a third of your life in bed and children need to sleep. And, yes, we're going to get it for him. And then we woke up.
I totally think that's how you justify it.
Well, we
Right?
looked at our youngest and they're like, you're not getting a Tempur-Pedic.
Yeah.
Actually, you might get a recliner because that seems to be what he actually wants to sleep.
You get a cot.
I feel like that's the story of the first child and the second child, though. Like, I'm a second child and I get it.
I love
So am I.
Listen, I was the first child, and all I can say to that is, you're welcome, Justin. I got all the spankings before you came along, so you didn't have to.
It is a trade-off. It's true.
So with that great segue, as we go to the caramel on.
Yes, let's go. Here. Oh,
Are you sure that's the caramel one?
Am I sure it's the caramel one?
I'm just not to second guess you, but
You're second guessing. You would second guess me too. It was the one that was the top of there.
I don't know that it was the one on top of there.
Where did our list go?
It's on the box, my dear.
you gotta go find your map.
Oh yeah,
Refer back.
There's the caramel. There you go. There we go.
Yeah, it's upper right.
You know what? Just
Right.
let me go ahead and keep that for you.
What is it called in Battleship? When you say that's a hit.
Yep.
Ooh. So we tried to pair the caramel with a few other things, and we just couldn't find anything that it was like jiving with. But I think that there's some notes in the bourbon that are like almost taming down the sweetness and really balancing it out. Like there's a little bit of a smokiness.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the.
Now, Fred,
go ahead.
I was going to say, I noticed you picked 2 wheaters.
Mm-hmm.
What up with that?
Because candy.
Yeah, I think I haven't really talked about this much before, but wheated bourbons I think pair best with sweets, and I think they fall apart with like a steak. So they tend to have some nuance, some delicate notes. And they also tend to be a little older, with the exception of like Makers, and Makers is coming in with some cask strength, so it's got like a, had that kind of citrus note I like there. But I've always found that the sweet side of wheated bourbons, do really well with chocolate. And this one I think is an okay pairing. Now that I'm retasting it, I like the Makers pairing better.
Did you pick this one?
I did. You don't like it?
It was a little sharp.
I didn't.
What if we had picked it? I'm just kidding.
It's a little sharp.
No, I got to agree with you. I think the Makers was a little bit more on point, but this is still good.
I still like them.
I think that's a
together.
hard one to pair.
Yeah, I also think just like with the age of this one, it's got a little bit more complexity that's maybe a little harder.
Yeah, to be fair, you asked if we had the 14 year, which we don't.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we ended up on the 16. So maybe
really it is our fault.
Maybe the extra couple years, it is pretty oaky.
If we want to be honest here, I decided the pairing's 5 seconds before I hit record. So, that's.
I was not going to throw you under the bus.
Chad and Sara.
So you're doing it.
They text me this morning like, here it is, and this is what we're gonna do, and this, and then and then Chad he's a really nice guy. He's like, I think I'm having a brain fart, or it's fuzzy, but trying to figure out where how we're doing this. Basically, he's trying to get a link from me, and I had not sent the link yet. And I was like, yeah, no. I'm like I told Chad, I said, welcome to my world. It is just this is just normal. This is normal everyday stuff for me.
Well, since it's out there now, it was actually 2 nights ago. I text you like 6 options. This bourbon with this chocolate, this bourbon with this one, this rye with this one.
Let's be fair though, Chad. We just wanted an excuse to drink bourbon and eat chocolate while we sat on the couch.
It's true. We had a good time.
It was a nice time.
We had a good time doing that. The harder time was picking the 2 that we wanted to contribute.
I mean, to me, like this is we've been talking about this for so long, and I'm glad we could do it, especially for something as momentous as Valentine's Day. And as we kind of close out a little bit on my channel, and we're going to go over to your channel, which everybody make sure you're going to It's Bourbon Night. And if you're not a subscriber yet to It's Bourbon Night, you're missing out. So go on over there and click subscribe and wait for the live coming up. But I wanna say that we've been married 14 years, 13, 14. When did we get married?
2007.
So that shit, we're gonna be married 15 years. Wait, no, that's 14 years.
We've been married over a decade.
Yeah. Oh, hey,
what
baby,
month?
you got the ibuprofen. My back hurts.
That's bad for your kidneys.
Oh, it's bad for my okay.
They do the same.
We do that.
We do that too.
But we say, "Oh, my sciatica."
That was weird. It was like looking in a mirror for a second.
Well, the thing about like marriage is like these holidays. They're fun, but really they're so much better if you get to spend them with the love of your life. So, and to spend Valentine's with you all is kind of like a date night, if you will. It's just absolutely awesome. So first,
agreed.
Yes.
First pairing, win. Let's go to actually the Maker's Mark and the orange cream, huge win. In my opinion, the old Fitz and the caramel, huge fail. I don't think it was a huge fail. I'm not. You're either 100% or you're nothing. You suck.
If you ain't first, you're last.
That's right.
That's my motto.
All right.
And whiskey too.
It was all right. I mean, I don't love the old Fitzgerald.
Basically, like being married to me, it was all right.
It was all right.
Nice.
No, I think I like them better apart than together. Not a perfect marriage between those two.
Yeah.
I like the piece of chocolate.
I give that 1 year.
Yeah, that.
Chad.
The old Fitz and Caramel, they're getting divorced. The other two growing old together and breaking their hips. So, on that note, let's head on over to It's Bourbon Night, and thank you everyone for coming over to my channel. I am so excited for you to go check out their stuff on their channel.